Hi, my name is Pat Lee. I've worked on many different comic book titles, including Batman, Superman, Iron Man, Spider-Man, and many others for the past 16, 17 years. One of the most interesting projects that I've worked on was a book called the Extraterrestrial Compendium, which was developed by a company that I co-own, Secret Lab. And essentially, the book was designed and created because of my interest in extraterrestrials. And I did an extensive research on it, and it was phenomenal of all the different material that I actually found on the internet, through books, and through just discovering and studying for a period of about 4 or 5 years. So through my personal interest, it was just like more of like an idea that we created. And we actually weren't going to publish it. We were just trying to find out the different extraterrestrials that could have existed. And initially, it wasn't something that I really believed in, but actually, after reading the material, it was more believable. And many of the research that we studied came from all different kinds of individuals, like people that used to work for government, individuals that have been abducted, and some people have had direct contact with them. Some of it is through channeling, all different types. And essentially, through the process, through the creation of the book, I found 7 other artists to help develop and design the material that is displayed inside the book. And I'm really excited because it mainly was a passion project that actually came to fruition. I wanted to talk a little bit about the different types of extraterrestrial races that are known to exist. One can only imagine what kind of extraterrestrials that would actually exist out there in the universe. There are essentially 2 categories, which is benevolent and malevolent extraterrestrials. The main ones that people would know are the Zeta Gray Reticuli. The Zeta Gray Reticuli come from the star system of Orion. And essentially, they are genetically manufactured. They don't have the levels of emotions that humans would have. And they can range anywhere between 4 to 9 feet in height. And they have different levels. Like you have the scientists, and then you have the workers. They're kind of like bees in a way, but obviously a lot more intelligent. And they're extremely psychic. Many of the abduction cases actually derive from the Zeta Gray Reticuli. Because they're technologically incredibly advanced, they can never be seen. And do they want to be seen? I would say that no, they don't, because then they wouldn't be able to take advantage of the situation or the individual. Another group of extraterrestrials that is also malevolent would be the Draconians. The Draconians come from the star system of Draco, and essentially are half human, half reptile. They are considered to be the warrior race of our studies, and you wouldn't want to confront one. Essentially, they're incredibly intelligent, they're gigantic. Their shoulders are probably 3 or 4 times the size of my head alone. They do have small wings, but the wings are actually, I guess through the course of time, the wings used to be larger, but they actually stay the same size. But the rest of their body actually grows. They don't have very much emotion, and they're pretty much the warrior race in the universe, and they're highly respected in a way where you wouldn't want to like go near one. like I said, they're probably one of the most intelligent physical species in the universe. There's also quasi-physical. There are some extraterrestrials that we've studied that have the ability to move in and out of physicality, which I find that's actually quite fascinating. Their crafts are actually also incredibly intelligent, and their ships are also quasi-physical as well. So we have the benevolent extraterrestrials, which I would say that's most talked about as the Pleiadians. And the Pleiadians come from the star system of Pleiades, and they come to our planet to essentially guide us, because we humans essentially don't have a high frequency many times, just because of our knowledge and our understanding of the universe. So essentially, Pleiadians have come here to express that love and compassion and unconditional love is by far the most important thing that as human beings that we have to learn and understand. And their star system gets affected by our negativity. For example, the atomic bomb, the vibrational frequency that emanates into space, into their planetary systems, they actually get affected by it. Their animals, their insects, their behavioral patterns. So one of the reasons why a lot of these benevolent races essentially are here, based on my studies, is that they're here to ensure that we don't go through another atomic bomb crisis again, and that we don't send these negative frequencies out there. The Pleiadians are mostly human, but they don't necessarily have to take human form. They can take other physical forms. They could be bird-like, or they could be also insectoid or somewhat, but most of them, I would say, are humans. They live in a different frequency range. In essence, they are more evolved, and they have an extraordinary amount of technology, high levels of technology, more than our planet. And so it's been such an incredible journey, and we hope that you can join us in our journey of finding these extraterrestrial races and doing your own extensive research as well, just to understand it more and see the vastness of our universe and see what could potentially be out there and what other people have experienced. I would love to name a few individuals, but I won't. I'll let you do your own research and find out. But so we designed our hardcover finally, and thanks to HMV, we've been able to get our hardcover out in different editions. You can check out the ETC book as a digital ebook at Barnes & Noble's, Apple, and Amazon. And essentially we got a lot of great comments on the ebook that we ended up doing a hardcover book with HMV, and you can see our book and purchase our book at etcbook.com. Hope you can check it out, and hope you enjoy it.